Hello everyone. In today's video, we're preparing 3 different wafers from 1 pack of 5 sheets. The first thing we're going to do is wet a large cloth and wring it out well. We're going to place it on a tray like this, and then we're going to take 1 sheet of wafer. It's better this way. So we're going to wrap it in this wet cloth to soften it. Then take a larger pan and pour in 300 grams of granulated sugar. Put it on medium heat so the sugar melts. While we wait for the sugar to caramelize, chop 250 grams of butter. You can also use margarine. Beat 3 whole eggs with 200 grams of sugar. We will beat it for a few minutes so that the whole mixture lightens and doubles in size. After mixing everything, we will measure out 200 grams of blended or chopped walnuts and 300 grams of ground biscuits. When the sugar has dissolved like this, add 250 grams of butter and let it melt completely. Reduce the heat, then slowly pour in the egg yolks and sugar. Now we're going to mix it all together until everything is combined. Mix it well. When everything melts and combines, this is what it looks like. We will cook for another minute or 2 to get an even more beautiful caramel color. This is about the color you should get. Now take everything off the heat. When we take it off the heat, immediately add the pre-measured biscuit and walnuts. Then add 100 grams of raisins to this mixture and mix everything again. After mixing, let it cool for 10 minutes. We're not going to spread it so hot on the wafer. In those exact 10 minutes, we will prepare the filling for the second wafer. Immediately afterwards, put 300 grams of granulated sugar, 300 milliliters of milk, and 250 grams of butter in another pan. Now put all that on the stove to boil. During that time, measure out 400 grams of ground biscuits, 200 grams of ground walnuts, and 100 grams of dark chocolate. When everything melts and boils, add the chocolate. Stir continuously until the chocolate melts, then remove from heat. We immediately add the nuts and biscuits. Now we leave this whole mixture to cool, and we will spread the first one. We put the paper that came with the wafers on the inverted oven tray. Then we put the wafer down and spread the whole filling on it. Put another sheet of wafer on top. Let's press down on it slightly, like this. We weigh it down so that the wafer hardens. Now it's our turn to spread the second wafer. If the filling is of this consistency when it cools down a bit, you need to add more biscuits. This biscuit is now drier than the one I originally added to this filling. The mixture you should get should look like this. I used 470 grams of biscuits. We will put half of this mixture on this one wafer, and then we'll spread it out. When you finish with spreading, chop about a dozen choco bananas on the top. Use your fingers to dip all the bananas into the filling, because we will transfer the rest of the filling over them to make it as easy as possible. We will put the filling everywhere so that it can be stretched as easily as possible. You can push and line everything up like this. Afterwards, you will just cut off this excess wafer. Over it goes 1 wafer upside down. Place a tray over the wafer. Press down on it a little, and again, weigh it down slightly. Put it in the fridge to harden. For the 5th sheet of wafer, put 5 spoons of sugar in a pan and place it on the stove. While the sugar dissolves during that time, measure out 200 milliliters of milk and 200 grams of biscuits. Unwrap this wafer, which we wrapped in a cloth, so that it can dry a bit. When the sugar has dissolved, pour in the cold milk. While stirring, melt this caramel, and when the caramel melts, remove it from heat. The sugar has melted, there are no more crystals, and we can remove it from the heat. We immediately add 200 grams of biscuits to it. As soon as we mix and combine it, spread it onto the wafer sheet. Now that we've spread it all over, we will make the second filling. For the second filling, put 3 tablespoons of sugar in a small pan, add 3 tablespoons of water, and 100 grams of margarine or butter to the pan. Now put it all on the stove to boil. In the meantime, prepare 50 grams of coconut and 100 grams of powdered milk. You will need a mixer because we are going to mix everything together. Dissolve the sugar mixture by stirring constantly so it doesn't boil too much and the excess water doesn't evaporate. Then immediately add the powdered milk and mix. Add the coconut and mix everything together again. We will wait for the coconut to absorb the excess liquid, then we will spread it on the wafer. After a few minutes, spread the entire coconut filling on top of this biscuit. Apply a thinner layer of filling at the very beginning and end to make it easier to twist later. This is how you wrap it in paper so it will slowly dry in the refrigerator and cool and tighten at the same time.